Hey guys, and welcome to Frank's Handyman. I hope you guys had a fantastic new year. And for the first video of the year, we're going to be starting off by showing this project that we're doing starting off, which is going to be removing a window, and then we're going to install a patio door, as you're going to be looking at here. Right now, what they're going to be doing is taking out the window. This part is not such a difficult task. All you have to do is slide in the tool here in between, and then you want to just push it a little bit. That way all the nails that were on there, they're unhinged, and then that way you're able to just take out the window, as you can see here. And now he's just measuring from top to bottom where the floor hits from inside the room, as you see here. And then once he knows and he got the measurement right, all he has to do is use the level here, and then he's just going to draw the line. That way he knows where he's going to be cutting. Once he traces everything here, now he's going to be starting to make all of the cuts here. Now that he finished cutting all of the outer wood wall, he's going to be starting to take out everything here with the hammer. As you see, he's going to be unhooking all of the nails that were hooked as well. And then our other colleague is going to be taking out all of the trim around the window. And as you can see now that they've advanced a little bit, at least as far as taking the window apart, he's still taking out some of the trim, and he has to cut this metal piece right here. He's going to be using the multi-tool. Once he takes out this metal part, all he has to do now is take out all of the old insulation that was on there. And now that he took out the insulation, he's going to be cutting some of the sheetrock that's from the inside. Also, he had to make sure that he didn't go too far because we didn't want to cut the cable there. Now that he cut down all of the sheetrock, he's going to be cutting all of the 2x4s here and cutting it from top and bottom, and then he's going to use the hammer and just practically just hit them until they break. And once that was removed, as you see here, the sheetrock was easily just able to pull out, and then just taking it out and putting it to the side. And right now he's just going to be doing all the measurements here for the door, and as well as what he's going to be putting it on. We're going to be removing this piece of wood here, and then that way once we put in the new door, it's going to be flush with the floor from the inside of the room. Now he's going to be cutting another piece that's going to be going on the bottom where we took out the old piece of wood, but this one's a little bit thinner. Like I mentioned, that way once he puts this one and we put the door, it's going to be more flush to what the floor is looking like in the inside. And as you can see here, there's an electrical outlet box, so he's just going to be unscrewing everything off, and then we're going to be moving this little box off to the side of the wall. And then he's going to be cutting a piece to put on top. As you're going to see here, he's going to do the measurements, and then he's going to be also doing the cut, because then you're going to be putting it up on top. And as he finishes doing this, our other colleague is going to be making the little square where the outlet box is going to be going, as you see here. So now he's just going to screw back everything on where the box is going to be at, and then right now they're just going to be putting on the door just to see if it's going to be fitting, and if not, what adjustments they're going to have to make. So this sliding door has a piece of wood from the inside, so he's just unscrewing everything right here. That way he's able to attach that piece of wood, as you're going to see right there. And before they put on the door permanently, right now he just has to screw on all of the wood that he ended up putting here on the bottom, and then also at the top one. And he's just cutting a little bit of the edge right here, because that way it's able to flush better to the wall. Now that they finished putting those adjustments, what they're gonna do is just pull the wall a little bit to the outside. That way they're able to slide in the new door that's gonna be going on there. And also he has to make sure that it's all leveled. Now that it was all leveled, now he's gonna start screwing everything on, as you're gonna be looking at here. We're also going to be putting on a 2x4 on the inside. That way they're able to screw on the outer part of the door onto that piece of wood. So right now he's just going to be making all the cuts and all the adjustments that are need to be made. That way everything fits on perfectly. Once they put it in there with the hammer, now they're going to start putting all the screws on. As he's finishing putting on all of the outside screws, or other call it just putting on this liquid foam here. That way if there's any little cracks, that will fill in all those little gaps. And we also put some on the outside. And once we finished doing this step, all really that was needed to be done after this was just to clean up everything, and then also to put in the door that we took out. That way it was less heavier once we were putting it on. But right now this is a pretty easy step. All he has to do is just put it back in and slide it in into that missing part, as you see right here. And once we finished putting this piece right here and adjusted it, we were done for the day. As you're gonna see right now, you're gonna see some befores in the middle and after on how it looks. And tomorrow we're gonna have another project, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a great day.